Episode 12, Season 1 of Deep Space Nine after this. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd, and in this episode, we are still defining characters, and we haven't said a whole lot about Odo, and part of it is because Odo himself did not really know where he came from. He's kind of one of a kind. He is somewhat isolated on Deep Space Nine. He has a sense of justice and of organization in which suits him for being the station constable. And while we've established that he has the trust of Cisco and the friendship of Kira and a certain rivalry, shall we say, with Quark, who's always behind something. And in this episode, Quark, of course, is behind something, but the episode really doesn't center on him. Rather, a visitor by the name of Cloden, that is visiting the station and seems to be in cahoots with Quark about something. We never really find out what. It really doesn't matter. What we do find in this episode is something about the background of Odo, and as Odo finds out, so do we. So what we have here is a good performance by Renee Bourgeois, who has to, under heavy makeup, show us the pain and the curiosity and a certain longing for finding out where he came from and who his people are. And this situation that he finds himself in, where he's having to escort a prisoner back to his home planet for punishment, while he is being taunted as to doesn't he care about where his other people are, and while there's nothing that really comes to fruition at the end of the episode, we do see a great deal of the inner mind of Odo. He wonders where he comes from. He wonders what his people are like. He wonders why he is like he is and how he ended up on Deep Space Nine. But for the first time, he finds out that the changelings, which he had not heard the term before, come from the Gamma Quadrant. And while they're never able to pinpoint exactly where, there is legend of them being in a certain part of it, and it gives him a starting place if he wants to pursue this further. But like I say, the acting by Odo, and this is really Odo's episode, is quite good. Like I said, Rene Bourgeois has shown himself to be capable of comedy and drama and much, much more. And in this, we see this ability to, once again, show you his feelings without actually saying them. His gruff cover for a inner self that is constantly questioning his existence. An interesting episode based on that. So I recommend this one, as all the first season episodes. Usually they say in Star Trek series, the first season is always kind of experimental and it's never always that good. But I think Deep Space Nine started out the right way. Let's take an ensemble of characters and give them each their way of explaining themselves to the audience. And this is the way they essentially introduce Odo, and it's well done. I look forward to what they come up with next. We have another retro review coming up. Oh, by the way, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you will, please. That is helpful to us, especially as we are between any new shows coming out. We're looking at retro reviews, not only of Deep Space Nine, but the original series on Wednesday, and now on Friday, we will have an episode of Babylon 5 to review. So we'll be carrying on with that. And of course, when Lower Decks comes along in about 3 weeks, we'll also be reviewing that. So we hope that you will stay connected to the channel, and until then, don't go far.